What is going on, Cardano friends? Welcome to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, I have some unfortunate news about two projects that just announced via Twitter that they're going to be halting all development for their project. Now, let's just jump straight into it here. This is going to be a project that I have not covered in too much detail on this particular channel, but I do feel that in the interest of time and because it is impacting the Cardano community, that it is within my duties to report about it. And so what I want to do here is basically bring up the fact that the Ardana project as well as the Orbis project have officially confirmed that they're no longer going to be developing on the blockchain due to funding issues. Now, the first whiff of this that I got was basically from Ada Whale. He had posted about an hour ago, and if you guys don't know who Ada Whale is, Ada Whale is a pretty big figure within the Cardano community, and he basically keeps the Cardano community updated in regards to projects, news, and he basically just represents us throughout the entire crypto ecosystem. And so when Cardano Whale, who has a pretty good reputation within the community, posted this, I was actually pretty shocked. So it says here, Ardana and Orbis have rugged. Now, the term rugged is a pretty harsh one. It basically implies that these two projects were maybe doing something malicious. I want to make sure that I'm careful here with my words. Again, I don't want to spread any more FUD or any more fear than there may already be out there. And so the fact that Ada Whale mentioned this here really kind of threw me for a loop. And then right after, Ada Whale also tweeted, "Hate doing this tweet, but honestly, if I and others know, everyone should know." So somehow Ada Whale was able to get this information pretty early on. But as soon as Ada Whale actually tweeted that, about 15 or 20 minutes later, we actually saw another tweet come in directly from the official Ardana Twitter. And as you guys can see here, they have 54, almost 55,000 Twitter followers. Now about, let's see here, that was 45 minutes ago, the Ardana project posted the following. "Unfortunately, due to recent developments with regards to funding and project timeline uncertainty, the Ardana project has had to come to a halt. Our code will remain open source for builders to continue our work going forward as they wish." So looks like they're not going to be doing any additional work, but they're going to keep their work out there. I'm not sure if that's really going to be of any use to any teams, being that, it is halfway finished. And anybody coming to pick it up would basically have, the whole community looking at them, being that this was code basically left out there by a team that's no longer working on Cardano. So again, a very, very unfortunate situation. Scrolling down a little bit further in the Twitter thread, it reads, "Development on Cardano has been difficult with a lot of funding going into tooling, infrastructure, and security. This, alongside the uncertainty around development completion, has led to the best course of action being halting development of DUSD." Now, as a little bit of background for you guys, the Ardana project was supposed to be a stablecoin project. And so similar to the IUSD token, Mihan, as well as USDA, it was supposed to bring some kind of stablecoin backing to the Cardano blockchain. And so it looks like they have officially stopped their project. Now, the remaining funds and treasury balances and etc. will be held by Ardana Labs until another competent dev team in the community comes forward to continue the work. Now, this is making a huge assumption, right? What if somebody else doesn't come to pick up the work? What if, again, nobody wants to associate with them because of this particular act alone? We want to thank all of you for your support throughout our development. We will continue to be involved in the Cardano community. More updates surrounding the ongoing ISPO will be coming soon. So the real big kicker in all of this is that Ardana actually just announced their ISPO. Let me see if I have that article pulled up here. Early in July. So on July 4th, they announced their official ISPO, which had kicked off around that time and was supposed to actually last all the way until December 31st of 2022. So it's actually currently ongoing right now as we speak. And there's actually a full list of acceptable pools that you can delegate to in order to be eligible for the Ardana stake pool reward. So if you're delegating right now to any of these stake pools, you may just want to just double check your assets. Obviously, I'm not implying that any of those would be gone because you do have full custody of your own assets. but you may want to reconsider as to whether or not you want to continue delegating to the same pool that you're delegating now. And so again, guys, I do want to be mindful because this is unfortunate news that I don't add anything else to the actual fear and the panic that may already be out there for people involved in the project. All right, so jumping back over here, that was really it for Ardana. Now moving over to Orbis, which I believe is actually closely tied to Ardana because of a few members. So I'm going to get into that in just a minute here. But moving over to the Orbis Twitter page, they have 7,400 followers, which is a lot less than the Ardana page. However, that's still a significant number when you're speaking about the Cardano community, right? And so scrolling over into their latest tweet here as well, very similar format to what we just saw with the Ardana Labs. And so this reads, unfortunately, due to constrained funding and uncertain conditions, Orbis Labs is unable to continue building and the project has come to a halt. This is unfortunate given the amazing, I assume, research and work that has been produced. The NFT mint has been halted until further notice when a continuation plan is set out for the core ZK rollup solution. We as a team, we will do what is necessary for investors and community members to be made whole going forward. This was an unexpected result due to committed investors very recently pulling out of the project and recent events in the crypto space, which affected Orbis directly. So I'm not sure exactly what crypto events they could be relating to here. I know that we just had the big crash with FTX, and then we also had Terra Luna about 5 or 6 months ago. I'm not sure if they're talking about ecosystem-wide things like that, but I will say that Cardano, at least lately, has been pretty insulated from any of those bigger crypto space events, right? So hopefully they're not alluding to anything like that, but if they're alluding to something within the Cardano community, it would be great to know exactly what it is that impacted them. And I also do think that investors are owed that right to understand what exactly happened with their ADA that they invested within the project. So hopefully the Orbis team and the Ardana team give the community exactly what they need right now, which are answers about this issue. Now we want to thank all of you involved, and we are currently working out a plan going forward for the project long term. For now, the Orbis Labs GitHub organization will remain open source and open to outside contribution. The community groups have been halted until further notice. So two things I want to mention here again. You guys should probably notice now the similarities between both of the messages, the timing around the both of them. And again, that's without me even highlighting the team or the team members, I should say, behind them. And so it does look like these two projects are definitely interrelated, and they're both stopping all work as of right now. It looks like both of the code bases will still be open source for anybody looking to pick up their work, and that all of their communities have been halted. So I did take a quick look, and I actually did join the Discord for both of the projects, and that is true. The general chats, as actually all the chats within both the Orbis and the Ardana Labs Discords, have been shut off. So again, really unfortunate news. I hope that none of you in the immediate community were impacted. If you were, I hope that there's a resolution that comes out from the teams within the coming days. Now, one thing I do also want to highlight here is that with Orbis, they actually just had an NFT sale going on earlier today. So if I jump over here into Orbis, the NFT collection on jpeg.store, we can see here that Orbis was supposed to be a scaling solution, right? So ZK, or zero knowledge rollup scaling solution, coming to Cardano. Now, unfortunately, they had their mint, which started earlier. I want to say earlier last week. They have a total of 410 minters or owners right now, and a total of 23,000 NFTs that were minted. Now, it does look like there was not a lot of trading volume, which I guess is a decent thing. But unfortunately, the fact that they are now stopping all of their work is unfortunate for everybody, right? So scrolling down here, these were trading for anywhere about 48 to 40 ADA per NFT. We have the last trade occurring about 4 hours ago, which is probably right before the news started to break within the community internally, before it made it to the public about 30 to 45 minutes ago. Now, if I jump over into the actual, and as you guys can actually see, it's crazy, right? It says it's still actually minting. So yeah, hopefully they take care of that here very soon, and they're able to fix that for the community. Now, if I jump in over here into the actual NFT items, as you guys can see here, they were minting their Halo tokens. And right now the price has dropped dramatically with the floor now sitting at 10 ADA. So it does look like the community is finally, realizing what is going on, especially with the 2 official tweets coming out here directly from the Orbis and Ardana Labs team. Now I'm just going to quickly jump into Discord here just to show you guys again. This is the Orbis community Discord. I'm right now within the general chat. And as you guys can see here, the channel is closed. And then if I jump into the Ardana community Discord as well, the Discord again is closed. Now I'm just going to quickly jump over into the official Ardana website, which I assume will be taken down over the course of the next coming days. But again, being that they're going to be keeping things open source, I'm not sure if it'll make sense for them to actually keep the website up. And if somebody does want to take them up on their opportunity, whether or not they actually do decide to, use some of their existing stuff. So again, I'll be keeping you guys posted. I just wanted to make this video at least right when this broke to give people within the community a heads up. Again, I do feel like it is my duty, especially within the Cardano community as a content creator, to make sure that people are aware not only of the educational and the good things happening within Cardano, but also with the unfortunate circumstances, unfortunate issues that also come within the ecosystem. So I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from, in that nobody within the community is taking this personally and taking this as me attacking them or raising additional FUD around the situation. I'm only confirming what has already been mentioned or confirmed or said by Ardana Labs and the Orbis team. As I mentioned earlier, the Ardana project was aiming to be a stablecoin solution launching on Cardano, and you can actually find out more about them by accessing their website, which is still live. I'm not sure how long that will be. Now, moving down over into the team actually behind the project, we have the founder, who is Ryan Matovu. We also have Derek Evans, who's the COO, Bassam Awad, who's the chief economist, and the rest of the team is just kind of listed here. Now, they don't seem to be too big of a team. And then when I actually tried to take a look at the team behind Orbis, I was not able to find that page. Now, one thing that I did notice is that Ryan, who is the founder on the Ardana Labs page, did have a few YouTube videos representing the Orbis project, which I believe does link him between both projects. However, I'm not sure if any other members of that team are also working on both projects. The last thing I want to do as a part of this video is take a look at the price action for the Ardana token. As you guys can see here directly on the MinSwap DEX, over the last week or so, we have been slowly selling off on the token. And then over the last 2 days, we've had 2 sharp sell-offs, with the last one occurring within the last 2 hours. I assume here that this is most likely due to the recent announcement, and I would expect that this continues as we have more news and developments coming directly from the team. So I'm not sure if you guys are invested in this particular project. If you are, you may want to reconsider whether or not you want to continue holding their token in the hopes that a new project picks them up, or if you just want to just cut your loss now and just end it where it is. So again, unfortunate news, unfortunate situation, but I did want to share that here again with you guys as a part of the Cardano community. If you guys appreciate these timely updates, then please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments about any of the content covered as a part of today's video, then make sure to leave a comment down below. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video.